Hello and welcome, Super Pants Gaming. Thank you so much for joining me today. And today we are doing a July recap for my 52 Platinum Challenge, where I'm attempting to get 52 Platinum trophies in not too terrible PlayStation games over the course of 2025. So how did we get on for July? Well, the first game that we platinumed in July was Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion. And this is a game that I only own digitally. It's been sat in my backlog for quite a while, but it's a really fun little sort of indie game. You basically play as Turnip Boy and you walk around ripping things up, basically. And at the end of the game, there's this kind of Binding of Isaac-esque sort of continual sort of loop game that you can sort of play, which was kind of fun as well. I would say I probably spent sort of 5 or 6 hours playing this, getting the platinum and everything, and yeah, thoroughly enjoyable, brilliant little game. So yes, Turnip Boy Commits Tax Evasion, awesome little indie game, and our first platinum of July. So next up we've got Avon Colony. Avon Colony I touched on last month. It's one of the games that we were most of the way through from June, so that's probably not a surprise that this is on the list. And yeah, Avon Colony is one of my favourite kind of city builders. I absolutely adore Avon Colony. I've platinumed it before on my other account. I've played it on Xbox and stuff as well. Completed it over there as well, I think. So that was our second platinum of the month and our 28th platinum of the year. Next up, we've got a little bit of a fail, to be honest, and that's Metropolis Lux Obscura. I tried doing the uninstall, reinstall stuff. I deleted my saves, restarted it, etc. There are still 2 trophies that are completely locked for me, and I'm not quite sure how to get them. I have one ray of hope with it, to be honest, because I was looking around. I think it was on Reddit. I saw a comment that suggested if you install it internally on the machine, it might work as opposed to having it on an external. So maybe that's a little quirk, and maybe that's something that I can try and hopefully get the platinum for that this month or next month now, I guess, because I've sort of put that onto the back burner as well. So instead of that, I went for a game called Warlock's Tower, and this is a game that I almost bought a physical copy of earlier in the year. And I was checking it out. I went onto PSN and saw it was in the sale for 39 pence digitally. And me being cheap, I spent the 39 pence and got the digital copy of it. And yeah, there we go. And it's basically an 8-bit kind of puzzle game in a way. You play like sort of top-down view. You play as a mailman trying to deliver a letter to like this sort of like evil wizard guy in the tower. And it's really good fun. There's sort of it's quite puzzly. It starts off real basic, but every move you make is basically a life, and you have to collect enough life to get to like the door at the other end of the level, like. And that's basically it. You've got pots that you have to push around. There's pressure plates for things. You've got little switches and stuff. There's enemies coming at you, and the enemies move. They move in their own sort of way, but it's like every third turn that you move, they will move, sort of thing. And yeah, it's a really solid little puzzle game. I would say it took me about 4 hours, I think, to platinum. It's not a very long game, but it was a lot of fun. Yeah, certainly kept me entertained for the 4 hours that I was playing it. And the last trophy for the platinum, it turns out I'd missed one of the NPC characters along the way, sort of thing. So I had to go back and basically find this NPC character. It turns out it is in one of the dark levels. There's a few of the levels that are sort of quite dark, and you have to sort of navigate your way through, sort of thing, sort of a bit trial and error in a way. So it's kind of obvious that that would be the one that I'd missed. And yes, so that was the platinum for Warlock's Tower. Now, I went to put that on TrueTrophies. They've got like this little trophy case thing, and I've been putting all the platinum trophies into that. I went to put Warlock's Tower in, this being the 29th game that we've platinumed this year. However, the trophy case only holds 28. I'm like, no, what are you doing to me, TrueTrophies? Why 28? I knew it would have an upper limit, but I was kind of hoping it was like 100 or something. So I think going forward, what I'm going to have to do is basically just put our best platinum trophies in it, if that makes sense. Because I was hoping that I'd sort of, at the end of the year, I'll 52 and it'll look really cool. But yeah, you know, we'll just put the best ones in it. Yeah, so anyway, the 4th game that we completed this month for the Platinum Trophy was a game that you may remember I picked up, I think it was the end of last year from a charity shop. I think it was Oxfam in Huntingdon, maybe. I got like a little sort of bundle of games, and one of those games was a PS4 game, which was Life is Strange. And that's our 4th Platinum this month. And a little shout out to this. This is actually really awesome. I was quite surprised at how much me and my sensible adult really enjoyed this. Very much a story-driven game. A little bit like the Telltale games in a way, but you've got like sort of puzzles to solve, little things to do. I'm not going to clip in a video for this, but I've got the screenshot of the platinum because I don't want to give away any spoilers, to be honest. So what I will say is you play as a photography student, and basically That's about as much as I'm giving you, but a lot of the trophies are tied to taking pictures, optional pictures in the levels that you go through. So it's done in like episodes. There are 5 episodes that are sort of broken down into scenes. And I got to the end of the game and it's like, well, we're missing maybe 20 trophies. And I looked through, and when you go back into it after you've played sort of thing, it will sort of tell you you've got like 1 of 2 optional pictures in this area, and each of the optional pictures is the trophy sort of thing, so it's quite easy to sort of find and go back sort of to get the ones that you've missed. I would say the main game took 12 to 15 hours and we thoroughly enjoyed it. The mop-up maybe took me 3 or 4 hours on top of that as well, and yeah, but that was absolutely amazing, and yeah, massively pleased with that. Yeah, so with those 4 games, that takes us up to 30 for the year, which is absolutely awesome. That's exactly where I was hoping we'd be right now. I've also got a few games part done, in a way, and I'll just touch on those quickly. We've got Wilmot's Warehouse, which is on the back burner because it's very RNG dependent. I don't want to burn out on it. That'll be later in the year, hoping we can get the platinum on that. Then we've got Metropolis Lux Obscura that I said about. I need to try installing that on the machine and just hope that that fixes it. Otherwise, that's going to be sort of doomed to be stuck on the account at like 90% or whatever it's on for eternity, and I'm hoping that's not the case. And then, as I always say, Ghost of Tsushima. I've played a little bit more of it, getting a bit further through it, really enjoying it. I'm not going to rush it for trophies. I'm just enjoying that like way too much to try and just sort of hammer through it. Game is absolutely brilliant, so yeah, there you go. That'll probably be another couple of months or so, I'd have thought, but that will be one of the platinums, I'm sort of 99% sure. And then Overboss. Now, Overboss is an interesting one. I saw it in a sale a little while ago. I think it was about £1 or something. And it's like a tile drafting game, but it's like a digital version of a board game. And my friend actually owns the board game, so I've actually seen it like in real life sort of thing. But the digital version's got like a little campaign and stuff on it. And yeah, it's just a tile drafting and tile placement game. If you're into that, it's a really good little game. If you're not, then yeah, maybe it's not for you, you know, but really enjoying it. I was hoping to get that finished by the end of the month, but I missed it by a couple of hours sort of thing, so I don't think it's a particularly long game, but I think that gives us a really good start sort of going into August. Yeah, so medals. Now, I said last month I thought the medals looked really easy, and they proved to be. We absolutely smashed it out of the park. This month, however, the medals look really tough. They're quite specific, like certain words in games and trophy titles and things, certain letters in certain orders, that sort of thing. I've got a funny feeling this month we may actually drop all 3 medals, but I'm not too bothered about that, to be totally honest. It's one of those things. Yeah. You know, streaks. We hit the 100 days, which was one of my sort of soft goals at the beginning of the year. That's something that I really wanted to do. Gonna keep going with it. Gonna keep sort of seeing how far we can get. I don't know. I imagine at some point I'll take my eye off it and we'll drop a day or something. But not the end of the world. We hit the 100, and that's kind of what I was hoping for. So. And then the target for the end of August, we need to be on 34. And to be honest, it would be nice to be 1 or 2 past that, because September's always busy. I don't know what's wrong with September. It's always carnage around here, September. So I'm hoping that I can at least hit the 34, maybe 35, maybe 36, because September's going to be the 5 trophy month, and that's going to be kind of tough, I think. So yeah, but we'll see. We're on track. It's looking pretty good. So yeah, really pleased with the progress so far. So thanks for being here, people. Thanks for all the nice comments. Thanks for sort of keeping me going on this, you know, because it gets a little bit tough sometimes. But yeah, remember, you're awesome. I've been Soup, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.